Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Marcin Ropka from Portal Games.
How are you
We'll
guys?
be looking at Crazy Karts, a new game that you've just announced.
Yeah, that's a GAMA announcement, so we're very proud of this.
GAMA, yes. Due out in June 2016, I think.
Yeah,
is the
the
target
Origins.
date.
Yeah, the Origins.
And this is a racing game by Charles Parrott for 3 to 8 players. And hope you can give an overview here. There's lots of racing games.
Yeah, exactly.
So there has
this
to
is
be
quite
something
unique.
new here.
That's a quite unique games. That's because, unlike in the other racing games, you're operating a kart with your teammate.
Okay.
So basically, both of you are responsible how the kart will go.
Okay.
And the problem is, you're planning something, but you don't know what your teammate will plan, so you cannot communicate during the game. So after revealing the screens, you'll see that so much mess might comes up. So
Okay.
this is the problem. So you have to think what your opponent will, what your teammate will do. Then hopefully you will go through the whole racing.
Okay. So we have, as is familiar with Portal, you're going to have different factions.
That's true.
And each faction is going to have some unique elements
Yes,
to it.
Exactly. In the game, we'll have 4 factions. We've presented here a dwarves card, which they have a special ability. They have a ram on the front of the card, so they can destroy all upcoming obstacles.
Okay.
We have also goblins. They are very sneaky. That's because they can turn before go, so which is pretty unique and very important in some cases. And also we have mummies. Mummies, they have a special ability to create a lasso from the bandages, so they can just grab the other cards and they can just take over them, pulling out from the way. And last but not least, we have an elves. Elves they are very flexible. Their agility skill is very, very powerful. So they can take some power ups from the adjacent places. So each faction has a very unique skills. But basically, the game is very easy, very, very heavy, like with the weight, because we will have about 10 punch boards out here. But it's very light with the strategy, with the components and with the mechanism.
Okay. So what's the goal, and then what are we doing on a turn?
Obviously, like in every racings, we have to win. We have to cross
get to the end.
Yeah, exactly. But what's very important here, we have a modular 2-sided board. So actually, the race is not finished when we cross the rest of the last modular board. We just move forward one of those existing boards. We just flip them, and we put more new obstacles over here. Every time when you cross this tile, you're able to get some power-ups. But power-ups is only for one player who is able to do it, actually, so to launch. So the other teammate, he doesn't know exactly what he draw.
Okay.
During the game, what's all about actually? So one player, he's responsible for spinning up, shooting and repairing the card, while the other players, he's responsible for having an initiative to using the power-ups, braking, turning left or right, and charging your power-up.
Okay.
What's important, at the beginning of the race, you'll receive 6 cards. That's because your speed is 0. That means you will have 6 cards. Okay. But you'll be faster, right? Let's say your speed is 5, so you can go up to 5 on the board. The less cards you can use. Okay. So it's
because you're already underway, you don't have time to do everything.
Exactly. It's less operating.
Good representation of that. All right.
So you can hit the obstacles. You can avoid some obstacles. You have special power ups to. You have special power ups. You can charge your card to get more power ups. You can shoot to your enemies. There's a special deck of shooting. So let's say that's a dwarf card, let's say. Then we have your opponents, right?
Okay.
The teammates play. So when we play the shoot on the shoot area, the card worth with three symbols on it. So that means we have a range up to 3. So he is in range, so we can shoot him. So let's say hey, what was happened here? Remove one obstacle tile in the range, so we can actually there is no obstacles over here, but we can do anything actually. What will be happen during the race? It's very frantic, very crazy racing car. That's why we call them the crazy cars.
Okay. All right. So these are the cards we're going to apply.
Yeah. As I said,
and you have your choice of what you want to do.
We have a choice, but as I said previously, we can't communicate each other as a team, as a teammates.
Okay.
It means the feeling of the game. It's like you're playing the kind of mystery game. You have to solving the puzzle with your teammates. It's like the feeling like you're playing the code names. Here, there's a special chemistry between the players. Mm-hmm. So they trying to say something, they're planning something, but they cannot say particularly what do you have to do.
Okay.
No. Most of the times, when you reveal the screens, you say, "Oh, come on, you've done something very, very unusual, very stupid. You shouldn't brake before I speed up, or you should shoot to them. That's because they will just go away."
And that's what I wanted to mention. You have the resolution numbers here, so you're going to be bouncing back and forth from the teammates.
Exactly, like you said, Eric. Yeah.
Okay.
So first we just set up the initiative, then we are able to use the special abilities, then we are able to use the power ups, then we can brake. That's because sometimes it's worth to brake. That's because when we'll be too fast, we can just hit the wall and we'll get some damages. So when we have it, like let's say. 4 damages. Our speed is reduced to 3. We can do then. Next round we draw 4 cards, only 4 cards, but still we can move forward only 3. So that's how it looks like. We can repair also our cards. We can charging to get more power ups. So very frantic. What's also very important that I really like in this game, it's you can do championships. Right, you can have of course after when you win the preparations for pole position, you can pimp your card as well. So you can add some trumpet, or you can use your iron legs to increase the speed and use the shields, etc., etc. So very frantic, very family game with so many options.
Well, Shades of Rattle Battle too. It's just sort of adding things on.
Yeah, we'll try to move something from one of our existing games to the new, just to realize this is a game from one company. The game is from 3 to 8 players.
That's what I wanted to mention last thing. We've got teammates that you're working with, but obviously if you can play with 3, then you've got someone who's odd out.
Exactly. With the odd player, we prepared a lone wolf card. The lone wolf driver, he operates his own card, so he is able to brake and speed up, shooting and everything. But unfortunately, at the beginning of the race and each next round, some of the parts from the card is falling down. Actually, it's already broke.
Okay.
It's already broken, basically. So the card sometimes you are not able to turn left or right, so you have to repair immediately. So it's more difficult to operate this card, but you're playing alone.
Okay.
In like a one player, it's not a team.
So you get some control.
But I wouldn't say it's a control. Because
you're fixing it to yourself as well.
I wouldn't say it's a control. It's like having so much luck. That's how it works. Like.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much for the overview.
No problem at all. Cheers.